An ambitious filmmaker dumps the cast in the impenetrable Vietnamese forest to add authenticity, unaware that the location is controlled by an armed heroin-producing gang. Now, during a live improvisational extravaganza, the stars must work together for the first time in a while. Will they survive? Hello and welcome to Comedy Recap. Today we will give you a recap of the film Tropic Thunder, which is a movie from the fish out of water comedy genre. A hilarious film that will make you happy. Trust me when I say this film is a napalm blast. We're talking scorched earth. So get your TiVo, grab a booty sweat, and let's dive right into it. We are transported to a brutal Vietnam War fight thanks to John Four-Leaf Tabak's narration. This is a scene from the big-budget production of Tabak's war memoir Tropic Thunder. Speedman, Lazarus, Chino, and Portnoy, as well as young character actor Kevin Sandusky, play the primary platoon. Lazarus has undergone a controversial pigmentation surgery to play Sergeant Lincoln Osiris, an African-American, and he refuses to break character. When Speedman is unable to cry and Lazarus dribbles uncontrollably over Speedman's face, a take of Osiris crying over Tabak's blown-off hands is spoiled. Damien Cockburn, the film's director, is irritated by the damaged take. The turmoil is worsened when Cody, the film's pyrotechnics expert, misinterprets Cockburn's convulsions as a signal to set off a series of costly explosions. Speedman's career has been on the decline according to Hollywood Clips. Speedman had played the retard title character in the flop film Simple Jack, which is considered one of the worst films of all time. Meanwhile, Speedman's agent Rick Pecker Peck is furious since Speedman doesn't even have TiVo on location. Cockburn is chastised by the combative studio boss Les Grossman in a meeting broadcast live on satellite TV. The production has been branded the most expensive war movie ever made by the media after filming fell a month behind schedule only 5 days into production. Cockburn tries to convey that the production is suffering because of the prima donna stars, but Grossman is unconcerned. Later, the actual Four-Leaf Tabak, who has hooks for hands, approaches Cockburn and advises that the actors be dropped in a real jungle and Cody's explosives be used to instill real fear in them. Cockburn agrees wholeheartedly. Speedman, Lazarus, Chino, Portnoy, and Sandusky are dropped off in the middle of the jungle with Cockburn, who warns them that he'll employ concealed cameras to film true fear as they fight to survive in the real jungle. Cockburn destroys the actors' cell phones, leaving them with only a map and a scene listing to guide them to the chopper waiting to pick them up elsewhere in the woods. Cockburn gets blown to bits by an ancient landmine as he walks away. Except for Lazarus, the performers are persuaded that this is the result of Cockburn's special effects. Flaming Dragon, a gang that makes and sells heroin, is keeping an eye on the group. The Dragons assume the performers are DEA agents, thus seeing Speedman make a gory display of Cockburn's severed head in an attempt to persuade the others that Cockburn's death is a ruse irritates them. Speedman and company attack the Dragons in a gunfight, mistaking them for Viet Cong actors, albeit Speedman's crew is firing only blank shots. Waiting on a nearby ridge and oblivious of the real dangers below, Tabak and Cody detonate a big explosion, forcing the Dragons to flee. Almost at the same time, Speedman launches a prop grenade toward the Dragons. The actors march into the woods to resume the shot after the battle scene. Tabak and Cody try to track down the now-dead director. The Dragons surround and capture the two as they argue in battle. In captivity, Tabak discloses to Cody that he isn't a true veteran. He has never traveled outside of the United States and authored the book as a tribute to him. The actors keep going on their arduous journey through the jungle. Portnoy is shown to be a heroin addict who hides his addiction with confectionery. A bat swoops down and takes Portnoy's heroin one night. Speedman and Lazarus are at odds because Speedman insists on keeping the map and performing scenes. Lazarus backhandedly compliments Speedman on acting like the dumbest motherfucker who ever lived in Simple Jack before reminding him that he made a mistake by portraying Jack as entirely intellectually ill rather than merely socially inept. He urges Speedman that he should never go full retard in the future because performers who do so rarely win Oscars. Meanwhile, Chino becomes enraged at Lazarus for continuing to act black in an insulting manner as he always does. Sandusky examines the map after Lazarus grabs it from Speedman and discovers that Speedman has been heading them in the incorrect direction. Speedman, who insists on heading in the incorrect direction, separates the group. Speedman's sanity appears to be fading as he continues to act out events from the movie, and even kills a large panda one night, mistaking it for the enemy, much to his dismay. The Dragons quickly catch Speedman and return him to their base, which he believes is a POW camp referenced in the Tropic Thunder script. When he is tormented by the gang's prepubescent leader Tran, Speedman stutters and is identified as the star of Simple Jack, which turns out to be the Dragon's only film, leaving them speechless. They make Speedman repeat portions from the movie several times a day. Speedman even has a son in the form of a toddler hanger-on whom he names Half Squad. The Dragons contact Speedman's agent Peck and inform him that Speedman is being held for ransom. Peck brings this to Les Grossman's notice, who curses the Dragon on the other end of the line vehemently. Grossman finds that the Dragons are heroin dealers that night and receives another call for a higher price. He assures them that they can kill Speedman. He informs Peck that allowing the Dragons to kill Speedman and collect the insurance will benefit them both. He gives the Torn agent a cut of the cash and suggests that he buy a G5 luxury plane. Meanwhile, tensions between Lazarus and Chino are growing among the actors. Due to his withdrawal, Portnoy has started to have hallucinations and must be tethered to a water buffalo and later, at his request, to a tree. Portnoy is soon appealing to the others to let him go. Sandusky displays envy of Lazarus because he dated Jennifer Love Hewitt during a chat about women back home. Chino is shown to be a secret homosexual during the talk. They soon come across Flaming Dragon's heroin production facility. They organize an ambush based on the scenario of the film after witnessing Speedman being tortured. As Chino and Sandusky slip into the building where the hostages are confined, Lazarus impersonates a farmer speaking broken Chinese who has caught Portnoy on his field distracting the armed guards. The actor opens fire on the gang after noticing errors in Lazarus' statement, temporarily subduing them despite being armed solely with blank bullets. Portnoy kidnaps Tran, the gang's young commander, and leads him to the drugs. He finds a large amount of heroin after barely overcoming the young crime lord in combat. However, reflecting on his failed lowbrow movie career, he rejects the heroin and instead uses it to subdue 2 guards. Cody's flamethrower and explosives are used against the Dragons by Tabak and Cody. Speedman, on the other hand, has been indoctrinated. He's been performing in front of an appreciative audience many times a day and now believes he's at home. Lazarus falls before they can shake him out of it, showing his fight with his own identity. With the help of Chino and Sandusky, Lazarus sheds his Sergeant Osiris's character and transforms into his white Australian persona. Sandusky's motivational remarks, however, are unable to break Speedman's trance, and they must haul him away as they attempt to flee in Cody and Tabak's seized helicopter. The Dragons reunite rapidly, following the actors across the bridge that Cody has set on fire. Speedman requests to stay with his family, but Half Squad, on his shoulder, stabbing him in the neck, and the bloodthirsty Dragons are hot on his tail. Tabak detonates the bridge just as Speedman is about to cross it. Speedman is rescued from the rumble by Lazarus. Speedman is finally able to cry when they promise friendship. Tran emerges with a rocket launcher just as they are about to board the helicopter with the others. Peck, unexpectedly, comes with Speedman's TiVo and deflects the rocket as he shoots at the helicopter. The hidden camera video is used to create a documentary on the bungled production, which results in a multi-Academy Award-winning blockbuster film. The film ends Speedman's runoff flops, and he receives the Best Actor award, which is delivered by his pal Lazarus. Sandusky is there with Jennifer Love Hewitt on his arm, and Chino is there with Lance Bass, the Lance referred earlier, on his arm in addition to Portnoy. In honor of the hit, Les Grossman performs a hip-hop dance. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.